Hey guys, come on downstairs. We're playing a little Minnesota Twins franchise. We are in the American League Championship Series of year number 3. And it is game 2. We get set to face the Boston Red Sox. Here at Target Field, we come into this game 2 matchup with a 1-0 series lead over the Bo Sox as we went on to a 4-3 victory in extra innings against Boston in game number 1. Trevor May out of the bullpen was our winning pitcher, and Clay Buchholz got tagged with the loss in the 12th inning for the Red Sox. Game 2 starters for Boston: Betts, Benintendi, Bogaerts, Shaw, Hanley Ramirez, Blake Swihart, Panda. Yohan Moncada will start at second in place of Dustin Pedroia, and Christian Vasquez is behind the plate. Our starting pitcher will be Kyle Gibson. He started game number 1 against the Blue Jays. In the division series, he won the game, a 2.57 ERA. He went 7 innings. Let's get the first inning underway. Mookie Betts comes to the plate. He was 1 for 6 in game number 1. And game 2 is underway. Kyle Gibson starts off with a first pitch strike to Betts, and then Betts takes the second pitch, lines it into center field, and Byron Buxton cannot make the catch. Looks like he had it in his glove, but it fell out near the turf. Mookie Betts on first. Always a threat to run. And it's Andrew Benintendi at the plate for the Red Sox. Postseason numbers: .437 with 2 home runs for Benintendi. He has been on fire for Boston here in October. 3-0 count to Benintendi, and he's going to swing. He had the green light on the 3-0 count. Eddie Rosario's there. And that's out number 1 for Boston. That'll bring up Xander Bogaerts, 0 for 5 back in game number 1. With Betts still on first, the Twins pitch out. Betts not moving. And then Gibson finds the inside corner. Betts running there. He picked a good pitch to run on, too. It was a slider. And he steals the bag. We got a 2-2 count on Xander Bogaerts. Mookie Betts is on second. And Xander chops it foul. And now Kyle Gibson comes in and gets Bogaerts in the shoulder. And that'll put Xander Bogaerts on first for Travis Shaw. Shaw also took an 0-for in game 1. And this time he's going to take the first pitch and line it into the right center gap. That's going to easily score Mookie Betts. Xander Bogaerts rounding third, and he will plate as well. Red Sox out to a 2-0 lead early with just 1 out in the top of the first. Here is a lazy fly ball into right field by Hanley Ramirez, cut off by Piscotty. And now this one into the left field corner. Dug out by Rosario. 1 run crosses the plate. Here comes another one. Relay from Nunez is not in time. It is 4-0, guys. The Red Sox have jumped all over us in the first inning. And here is Pablo Sandoval. With 1 out, runner on second. He's going to ground it to short. Nunez up with it. Easy play to first. And that'll bring up the number 8 hitter, Yohan Moncada. Moncada takes the first pitch for a strike. Swings through the second one. And the 20th pitch of the inning is fouled off. It's 4-0 Bo Sox. In the top of the first, Moncada strikes out swinging. And mercifully, the Red Sox go down. But not before they take a 4-0 lead. Our starting lineup here in Game 2, Will Myers, Piscotty, Nunez, Sano, Rosario, Valbuena, the DH again today, Mesoraco behind the plate, Jace Peterson, and Byron Buxton out in center field. Rick Porcello will get the nod for the Red Sox. He lost against the Angels in the division series in his last outing.
Leading off for the Twins.
But he does have a 1.29 ERA. Will Myers will be the leadoff hitter for the Twins. He takes the first pitch outside. 1-0 delivery from Rick Porcello. And now Myers lifts it into right field. But Mookie Betts is there, makes the play. And Stephen Piscotty will come to the plate. Porcello's first pitch taken for a ball. Stephen Piscotty, we picked him up at the trade deadline from the St. Louis Cardinals, along with a reliever. 3-1 count to Piscotty. He takes it for a strike. Count is full with 1 out. Nobody on. Piscotty's going to foul that into the right field stands. Still a full count. Piscotty swings through the baseball. And we have 2 outs in the bottom of the first. Eduardo Nunez, noontime, went 1 for 5 back in game number 1. Takes the first pitch high from Porcello. 2-0 count to Nunez now, and he's going to hit it hard. Line drive to first. Hanley Ramirez makes the catch, and that will retire the side in the first. 4-0 Red Sox here at Target Field in game number 2. We're going to skip ahead now all the way to inning number 5. Top of the 5th inning, Mookie Betts comes to the plate. Score is still 4-0 Red Sox. Rick Porcello pitching well for Boston. Still has a 0 on the board for the Twins. Mookie Betts chops it foul towards the Twins dugout. 0-2 delivery. This is the 60th pitch of the night for Kyle Gibson. 1-2 count to Mookie Betts. Off the plate, 2-2. And Mookie Betts takes one right down the heart of the plate. For out number 1, now it's Andrew Benintendi. He's 0 for 2 on the day. He's due for an 0-fer. He's been scorching hot lately. And he bunts it foul. Benintendi getting a little creative to try to get on base. Now he grounds it to the right side. Diving play by Jace Peterson. And on to Myers. Great play by Peterson at second. That'll bring up Xander Bogaerts with 2 outs and nobody on in the top of the 5th. Kyle Gibson has locked things down since giving up 4 in the first inning. Ground ball to short, noontime, on to Will Myers for the out. And we'll go to the bottom of the 5th with Rick Porcello working on a no-hitter. Miguel Sano at the plate now to lead things off for the Twins in the bottom of the 5th. 47th pitch of the night for Porcello, fouled off by Sano. Miguel Sano playing third today. And now he drives it deep to right field. If that one stays fair, it's got a chance. And it does. It is going to stay inside the right field foul pole. A solo home run for Miguel Sano. And the no-hitter is broken, as is the shutout on one swing of the bat from Miguel Sano. 4-1 now, Red Sox with the lead. Eddie Rosario at the plate. He's going to ground it to the right side. This is Yohan Moncada. On to Hanley Ramirez at first for the out. Luis Valbuena steps to the plate now. Valbuena's 0 for 1 on the day, grounded out back in the second. And he will take the first pitch for a strike. 1 out in the inning. Valbuena drives it deep to left center field. That one's got a chance, and it's going to go off the base of the wall. Valbuena's going to come in with a stand-up double. And Devin Mesoraco will try to drive him in. Mesoraco struggled so far in the postseason. 0-1 delivery from Rick Porcello off the plate inside. Runner in scoring position. Mesoraco lines it foul down the left field line. It reaches the stands. And a 1-2 count, fouled back again by Mesoraco. Now driven to right field and high. Mookie Betts tracking it back. That one carried a bit. Runner's going to tag at second, and Valbuena's going to move up to third. But with 2 outs, it doesn't do a whole great deal of good. But Jace Peterson can drive him in with a base hit here with 2 outs. Valbuena at third could cut the lead in half here in the 5th inning. Porcello came into the inning with a no-hitter, has given up a pair of hits to the middle of the Twins' order. Jace Peterson now with a 2-2 count. Delivery, he's going to ground it to short. Xander Bogaerts is there. Strong arm on to first. At the end of 5 here in Minneapolis. Red Sox leading 4-1. We go to the 6th. And we'll skip the top of the 6th here and go to the bottom of the 6th in the interest of time. Red Sox still leading 4-1. So Kyle Gibson got through another scoreless inning and given his guys a chance to cut into the Red Sox lead. Buxton takes the 0-1 pitch for a strike. He's behind 0-2. Now he drives the 0-2 pitch to left. That one is back. And that is gone. Byron Buxton hit 2 home runs during the regular season. And he was an everyday starter, played in well over 100 games, and hit 2 home runs. And now he's hit one here in the postseason. A hanging breaking ball. And Buxton hits it out. It's 4-2 Red Sox. Trying to even up the series. The Twins lead it 1-0. And after this game, we will go to Boston for 3 in a row at Fenway Park. 1-2 delivery from Porcello. No outs yet in the bottom of the 6th. Will Myers at the plate. Myers drives this one to center field. Benintendi is there, hardly has to move. And Benintendi makes the catch for the first out. Piscotty, right fielder, will step in now. With 1 out, Piscotty takes the first pitch for a strike. And now drives it into center field, and that looks like it's going to drop. It does. In front of Benintendi. It's a base hit for Piscotty with 1 out, and that'll bring up Eduardo Nunez. Nunez, slow line drive up the middle. Moncada is there to make the catch. And we got 2 outs. Miguel Sano at the plate again. 1 for 2 on the day with a home run. Another big fly would tie the game up here. 1-1 delivery from Porcello. Runner on first. Big swing by Sano, but he does not make contact. And that one just off the inside corner. Pretty close pitch to take. And Sano fouls off another one. 2-2 delivery from Porcello, and Sano swings through it. So a solo home run from Byron Buxton. And it's 4-2 Boston. We move on to the 7th inning. We'll go to the top of the 7th. Red Sox 4 runs on 8 hits. The Twins 2 runs on 4 hits. The Sox have not scored since the top of the 1st inning. Yohan Moncada facing Gibson. 85th pitch of the night for Kyle. And Moncada fouls this one down the left field line. And Kyle Gibson came up sore after that pitch, and we're going to have to bring in Fernando Abad to finish off the at-bat. Hopefully Gibson is okay. We'll have to check on that before we play Game 3. And Moncada takes the breaking ball for strike number 3, so we got 1 out in the top of the 7th. And the batter will be catcher Christian Vasquez. A pair of groundouts for him. And he falls behind 1-2. Here's the delivery from Fernando Abad. Fouled off again. This one taken outside. And grounded to the right side. Jace Peterson up with it. On to Myers. We've got 2 outs here in the 7th. Mookie Betts 1 for 3. Single and scored a run. Red Sox looking for another run or two to try to get some separation here. For closer Craig Kimbrell. And Fernando Abad is going to put him on. That'll bring up Andrew Benintendi with 2 outs and Mookie Betts on first. Benintendi, ground ball right up the middle. It's going to get past a diving Peterson. Betts makes the turn at second, but he will retreat. And the Red Sox have a pair of runners on for Jimmy Dyer, the aforementioned reliever that came over from the Cardinals with Stephen Piscotty in that trade. And the first pitch is taken deep to left. And that is a 3-run bomb by Xander Bogaerts. And that breaks the game wide open. The Red Sox now lead at 7-2 in the top of the 7th with 2 outs. Travis Shaw skies this one to the right side. Twins had the shift on. And it will be fielded there by Jace Peterson, but not before Xander Bogaerts puts a 3 spot on the board with a 3-run dinger. It is 7-2. We go to the bottom of the 7th. Twins trying to dig out of an even bigger hole now. Rosario takes the pitch off the plate. It's a 1-1 count. Rick Porcello still on the bump for the Red Sox. This will be pitch number 84 for him. And it is swung on and missed. Rosario heads down the first baseline, but he was thrown out. We'll save some time by cutting that out. So 1 out, ground ball right up the middle. Red Sox in the shift. And it's Xander Bogaerts. And Luis Valbuena is retired for the 2nd out. Twins down to 7 outs left in the game. They need 5 runs before they have 7 players retired. 88th pitch of the night for Porcello. Grounded down the third base line, just foul. Here's the delivery. That one is sent into left field, but it's going to hang up long enough for Blake Swihart to make the catch. Red Sox 7 runs on 10 hits. The Twins 2 runs on 4 hits. We go to the 8th inning. Top of the 8th, Brandon Kinsler comes on now. He's pitched an inning and 2/3 here in the postseason, has 1 strikeout. And he's going to face Hanley Ramirez to lead things off in the 8th for the Bo Sox. Already up 7-2. It looks like we might be headed for a tied series when we hit the road to Boston. We'll have to see how the rest of this plays out. Here is a blooper into center field, but Jace Peterson, retreating back, will make the catch for the 1st out. Swihart having himself a good game, 2 for 3, with a double and a single and a pair of RBIs that he got back in the 1st inning. He's going to drive it to left. 3rd hit of the night for Blake Swihart. And the Red Sox with 11 hits in the game. The most hits we have given up so far in our 4+ postseason games. So the pitching has finally not been dominant for the Twins. And he flies out to right. That'll bring up Yoan Moncada. With 2 outs, a runner on first, Moncada takes the first pitch for a strike. 1-1 delivery with 2 outs from Brandon Kinsler. Moncada fouls it into the stands. Fouls another one back, stays alive. And another one. And then finally, Brandon Kinsler keeps pounding that outside corner. Gets into swinging the backdoor breaking ball. We go to the bottom of the 8th. It's 7-2 Red Sox. Jace Peterson to the plate. And Rick Porcello still going strong into the 8th inning. Tazawa and Varvaro in the bullpen for the Red Sox, though. Should Porcello run into any trouble in this inning. And Jace Peterson to left field, and that's going to drop in front of Swihart. Twins get the leadoff batter on for Byron Buxton, who homered in his last plate appearance. He's 1 for 2 on the day. Takes a pitch inside, 1-1 count, runner on first, nobody out here in the 8th. Buxton swings and misses. Lets that breaking ball go. Count evens up at 2, and now Buxton with a little looper right to second baseman Yoan Moncada, and the Twins are down to 5 outs. Will Myers at the plate now as the lineup turns over for the Twins. Myers takes that one high for a ball. It's a 1-1 count. Line drive to third, and it's caught by Travis Shaw. 2 outs now in the 8th, and Piscotty steps in. 101st pitch of the night for Porcello, and Piscotty, that one's going to reach the stands. Piscotty's still alive. This one's driven high and deep to right field. That one is back of the track. Mookie Betts looking up, and he makes the catch right at the wall. And that will end the 8th. Red Sox leading 7-2. We go to the final frame here at Target Field. If the Twins don't do something, this series is not guaranteed to come back to Target Field either. Swung on and missed by Christian Vasquez. 0-2 count. Brandon Kinsler still pitching for Minnesota. Both teams probably a little short in the bullpen after that 12-inning game yesterday. Trevor May probably not available for the Twins, should it even matter. Ground ball to the right side. Jace Peterson on to first. That's 2 outs in the top of the 9th. Andrew Benintendi, 1 for 4 on the day. Scored a run. He takes the first pitch for a strike, swings and misses at the second one. Fouls it down the first baseline. Fouls it down the third baseline. Chops another one foul. It's a 1-2 count. Benintendi staying alive. Now he skies it into center field. Easy play for Byron Buxton. He's there, squeezes it. And we're going to go to the bottom of the ninth inning. Red Sox still leading 7-2, and they're going to bring in Junichi Tazawa, making his third postseason appearance, and he will face Eduardo Nunez to lead things off. Final chance for the Twins. They need to put together a big inning, to say the least. 2-0 count to Nunez. Need base runners for one thing. And if Nunez can draw a walk here, that would be a great start. 3-1 count from Tazawa to Eduardo Nunez. Count runs full now. Nunez fouls this one off. That one's going to get out of play. And now Nunez with a base hit right up the middle. Great at bat by Eduardo Nunez. And the Twins are going to dig in and fight this thing to the very end. Miguel Sano, 1 for 3 on the day, has a home run. He's out in front of that slider a little bit. Nunez a threat to run. He probably won't, though. Twins can't afford to give up outs, and they need base runners. So it does not make sense to run in this situation, down by 5. And in fact, Nunez doesn't even budge on that pitch that gets away from Vasquez. Full count. Fouled off down the right field line. Into the seats. Another payoff pitch to Sano, and this time he goes around. Tried to hold up, tried to check his swing. Home plate umpire rings him up. And that's the first out of the inning, but Tazawa has thrown 15 pitches to retire one batter. 0-2 count now to Eddie Rosario, and he takes a big hack. And just like that, the Twins are down to their final out. And the Red Sox will bring in Anthony Varvaro to try to get it. Luis Valbuena, he's 1 for 3 on the day. The Twins need a lot of base hits in a row and need them fast. This one's driven to left. It's got a chance. It's back at the wall, off the wall. And both runners only advance a base on that. I think they both thought it was gone. 7-2. Mesoraco at the plate, trying to keep the line moving. Red Sox 1 out away from getting their first win in the ALCS. Mesoraco fouls it off. 2-2 count. The count runs full. Runners will be on the move here with 2 outs. And Mesoraco swings through it, and that is the ball game. The Red Sox even up the series here at Target Field. It's a 1-1. And the series will head back to Boston for 3 in a row at Fenway Park. And the Twins suffer their first loss of this 2018 postseason. As you can see, the Dodgers with a 3-0 series lead now over the Phillies as we get set for our Game 3 in Boston, which will come up next. Kyle Gibson takes the loss. He went 6 innings, gave up 8 hits and 4 runs. Rick Porcello with the win. He goes 8 strong, giving up just 2 runs and 4 hits. So that is it for game number 2 of the ALCS of year number 3 of our Twins franchise. Up next, we'll be in Boston for game 3 here on Mama's Basement Sports Gaming.